clean up this greenhouse after 3 years of neglect. Things are really bad. There are trees growing in here. It's been a dumping ground for a very, very long time. So I'm gonna give it a full clean and hopefully restore it to something that actually looks like a greenhouse. And throughout the process, I am gonna share my thoughts on whether or not I think that greenhouses are actually beneficial. So watch this video to see this happen. I'm a little overwhelmed and I've been procrastinating doing this for a very long time, but the garden's planted, it's a cloudy day. This just needs to happen. So in terms of like where to start, I think I'm gonna start in the middle section and then sweep and then try and get to the beds. I don't know if I can get this all done in this video, but I'll try. I don't think I need a baby gate anymore. Don't need a bird's nest. If you're wondering how my greenhouse got this bad and always looked this bad, we've had it for 10 years and I've grown countless tomatoes and peppers and tomatillos and all the basil in here. And it was amazing and it was beautiful and it was wonderful. And then I went back to work. I was homesteading. We live in BC. I've been homesteading here for years. And my husband and I did like a little bit of a trade-off. I went back to work and he stayed home with the kids. Our youngest wasn't quite in kindergarten yet. He said, great, this is a chance to catch up on that time that he kind of lost when they were little. He was on a job and worked like almost the day after our second one was born. I exaggerate, but you got the point. So we did this little trade. I went back to corporate. It was great. I actually loved it in the beginning because it was like, oh my God, I get to have these like projects and see things to the end. Cause you know, when you feel like you're home on maternity and you sort of just feel like you never get to have a full conversation. Well, I got to have full conversations. People appreciated my skills at work. So I didn't feel like I was like this dated mom. I know it sounds like terrible, but it was like nice to be recognized. It was nice for somebody to say like, hey, you know, you're doing a good job. It's funny because now in hindsight, I feel like none of that work mattered. None of that matters. Like to me, the most important thing is like, what am I making to feed my family for dinner? How did our bedtime routine go? Like those spreadsheets. Anyway, so I went to work for 3 years, climbed the ladder, burned myself out, quit my job with no backup plan, and then here I am. And in that time, I did not clean my greenhouse. Or clean. In that time, I didn't garden. I didn't garden it at all. I didn't do anything in this greenhouse. Sorry, I'm getting like dust in my nose. Anyway, and so now I'm paying the price. And I have lots of free time to catch up on all the things I deeply neglected for 3 years. You know what I love about trees taking over? Is that it shows me that if ever humans were gone, nature prevails. Big one. Oi! Timber! No, don't come in the hole! Oh, you cheeky bugger. Oh, man. I can say with 100% certainty that I regret not cleaning this greenhouse sooner. Tansy in the greenhouse? Guys, be better than me. Be better than me. Do better. I ran back to the house to get a broom to do this little center section. And I was like, oh, I better try those banana cream popsicles I made last night before the kids get home. So I like know if they're good or not. They're so good. They are so good. I made up the recipe and I'm like, I just feel like this is going to be something my kids would like, and they're amazing. So if I have it all together before this video goes out, I'll link the recipe down in the description so you can check and see if it's there. But I feel like I've cracked the code on like nourishing, delicious popsicles. Oh my God. Okay, I better tell you my thoughts about greenhouses before my kids get home. So it's evolving, and I feel like always thinking that we're going to be the same way is really naive because we have all these experiences that bring us to where we are, right? Okay, this is a given. I mean, you start homesteading and you're like, I'm always going to have the biggest garden, and then like 10 years in, you're like, no, I'm going to go to the farmer's market or buy from a friend or trade and like go halfway because you actually don't need to do it all, and it's kind of ridiculous to think that you just would always want to do that. Sorry about my dogs. Kimber! Reggie! You okay? Did you get scared? Okay, but with that being said, there is this amazing author, blogger, Instagram page called Slow Down Farmstead, and she has like basically deleted her page. She's my idol. For anybody that did get a chance to follow her, it was like magic, and now it's just like poof, gone. Makes me want to cry. And she lives in Ontario, in kind of an area that's difficult to grow in. I'm in zone 5B, which is super chill, and I don't know what zone. She was probably in a 3, 4. And with that, she direct seeded everything. She believed in growing with the seasons. And I love that. I love that. I feel like let's do everything with the seasons. There's this really awesome gardener just across the river here. I want to say an old timer. She's probably like 59 or something. And I talked to her and I was like, oh, you must spend so much time preserving and canning. She's like, not really. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Because her garden was just like so good. And she was like, no, I just grow with the seasons. I was like, what? And I'm thinking they're just eating McDonald's in the wintertime, which obviously they're not, but I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even comprehend it. Now I'm like, yes. There's something to like the simplicity of just going with the seasons. Garden, direct seeded it. Now, will I have problems with weeds competing with my plants that are popping up out of the ground? Maybe, right? I made this whole video about why I really believe in starting seedlings, and I started them all, actually some in my basement, under my grow lights in January, and then I'd progress into the greenhouse. I'd run heaters in my greenhouse with blankets over everything. Like I was crazy, but it made planting so easy. Like you just pop your seedling in the ground and it's like ready to go. Whereas this, might present some challenges, but it also frees up weeks and months of your life in the wintertime to go on amazing adventures and go check out different areas and go skiing whenever you want or go away. Like it's different and it's amazing and it's wonderful. So that changed my perception of my greenhouse. I was like, you know what? This is just a plastic pneumonia hole. It's got mold. If you think you could have a greenhouse without mold, find me that greenhouse. It's got mold somewhere in the wood, I don't know. But I just feel like this goes against nature, and I hate plastic. And I'm just like, why complicate things? Everybody has these like grand illusions of like the most amazing greenhouses in the world. And I think, I don't know, I think that could be a lie. I think that could be like a little bit of like the red painted chicken coops that look all magical instead of like the ones that are dirty and look like the ones that you actually raise chickens in. I mean, we like to put a shine on everything, but maybe greenhouses are just this incredibly overrated thing. Okay, so this was the process where I was thinking this, but now I planted the garden, and guess what? My straw flowers didn't germinate. And the little baby ones that did were getting eaten by bugs. And I'm just like, what? I love straw flowers. I love nasturtiums, straw flowers, sunflowers, borage, sweet peas, comfrey, lupins. Those are my favorite. And the straw flowers would not come up. And I was like, well, how did these work before? I've always grown straw flowers. Oh yeah, I grew them in the greenhouse. I started them as seedlings. So then I was like, maybe I don't hate greenhouses. Anyway, so my plan is, I'm not growing anything in this greenhouse this year, but I am going to get it ready. I'm going to make it beautiful, and then depending on how I feel next year, then maybe I will use it. Or maybe I'll just use it to come in here and have little chats. Mom's little getaway. So let's clean this place instead of talking. In this department, things are looking bad. They're looking bad. So this is the plastic that I had on my garden to try and suppress the weeds through the winter. And it was really messy, and so I just like, instead of folding it, I just shoved it in here. And now I just don't know what to do with it. But I wanted to talk about this. Can you see this? So I want to clean this, but just from looking at it, I feel like if I put my hand in it, there's going to be a mouse nest. Anybody else suspect? Anybody who's ever had a homestead knows what that can look like, and that's what that looks like. Oh my God! What? Okay. Oh, maybe it's just weeds. Kind of just looks like weeds. I just hopped inside because my kids are going to be home soon, and I wanted to prep a dessert. My kids are 6 and 10, and I don't always like them having like a ton of treats. I'm all like, don't spike your blood sugar. But I have to tell you, they are ravenous 99% of the time, and they're falling into bed and they're like, Mom, I'm still hungry, even though they ate a full dinner. We have soccer tonight, so my plan is we're having beef stroganoff, so we'll have that for dinner, and then I'll make an apple galette. I'm going to prep that now. Then that'll be something to kind of fill their bellies and give them a little bit of extra fuel for soccer. Well, I do like using milled wheat for most things because it's completely full of nutrients, and white flour, total treat, totally devoid of nutrients. Don't pretend that because it's organic, it's healthy. It's white flour. It has no nutritional value. It's a treat. Treat it as a treat. Make sure your dinner is incredibly nutritious. Or you're adding something nutrient dense to the recipe for sure. Maybe like some ice cream. Even though I learned most of my cooking from Jamie Oliver back in the day, and he uses a food processor to make his, I don't like to use a food processor because in my mind, the less dishes, the better. I actually don't even really like using proper measuring spoon. I'm also like an eyeballer. Just feel like recipes are too rigid. I'm back, day 2. Yesterday I had to do like dinner, kids sports, bedtime, you know what it's like. So I'm like, okay, let's crush this out. And we're in this like crazy storm. I bet you love storms. People love storms, right? So I just peeled back some of the black plastic right here that I had on one of the beds. And like, that is the thing with having black plastic. The ants love it. And I do not want to get attacked by these guys. God. Oh my God! So I revealed another giant's ant's nest. Look it. They're just like scrambling with these eggs. Oh my God, and I swear they're coming for me. These are biting red ants. Look at, watch. They can carry. I bet they're just like, where are we taking them? I actually had to move to the back of the greenhouse because the ants were in full-blown attack up there. And now I'm just afraid that I'm gonna get attacked again. Oh my God, I have to show you this vetch. It is insane. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but what you're looking at, okay, right there on those stems, aphids, just covered in aphids. And I've never seen aphids on vetch, so that's really interesting. Usually they go for my lupins and I kind of have them as sacrificial. I sort of wonder what the best approach is here. Like, should I take the brush trimmer through here? I don't know what to do. Ugh. I think I just found a coyote poop in here, which is super weird, but it was like all fur and bone. Could that be my cat? Like what? This door has been open this whole time. Okay, so I'm at the back of the greenhouse and I just wanted to see what was under this. So I just lifted it a tiny bit. I don't know if you can see in there, but it is all hell breaking loose. Oh my God. Can you see that? Ah! Okay, so the ants have taken over the greenhouse. I'm getting out of here. I'm so dirty. I was definitely touching some poisonous plants that had grown up in here. Just bare fist ripping them out. And then this is insane. And the second you disturb the nests, the ants are in full-on attack mode. They're definitely biting me. So, you know what? I'll show you what I did so far, and then I am just gonna call it. And I need to regroup and come up with a anti-ant, non-toxic, because I'm not getting chemicals going in here, way to get rid of the ants. It might have to, I don't know. Give me all of the ideas. At this point, I'm lost. I have no idea what to do. Did you see that? Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, follow, comment, do all the things you can if you want to support the channel and if you enjoyed the video. Thanks very much. Bye.